Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Tate's journal error, Holly's outburst, brings further charges? According to teasers on Days of Our Lives, Tate Black has returned to the halfway house. Tate was lucky this time, but the adolescent could lose out if she pulls any more practical jokes. Tate intends to write down his thoughts regarding Holly Jonas. When Holly comes clean, will Tate's ranting cause even more problems? Discover what might happen next in this plot by continuing to read. According to DOL teasers, Tate has already been arrested, assaulted by an adult prisoner, and sent to a drug treatment facility. Tate is currently in a halfway house and is beginning to lose hope. Tate visited Holly in an attempt to persuade her to tell the truth. Holly stated that Tate wasn't the owner of the narcotics, but she wouldn't identify herself. That made everyone believe that Holly was merely attempting to keep Tate safe, even though that isn't the truth. When Holly recommended they correct their story, Tate became rather enraged. Tate believes there shouldn't be any more stories, because he is aware of his innocence. Tate's freedom is at stake, after all. Regretfully, Holly hasn't been clean about the drugs yet. According to teasers on Days of Our Lives, Tate's new attorney was procured by Teresa Donovan. Teresa appointed Sloan Peterson Brady, Jessica Surfety/Natasha Hall, to handle Tate's case in place of Justin Kyriakis. Tate will write in a notebook in the interim about his thoughts, both positive and negative, on Holly. Tate's feelings may be released in that way, but if someone else reads it, it might make things more difficult for him. Tate might even commit the error of writing in his journal that he wishes Holly had never awoken from her coma. Tate may not mean it, but if the wrong person reads it, it won't matter. Holly might overdose once more if she loses control of herself. To hold Tate responsible, despite his being stranded in a halfway home, would be typical of E.J. DiMera. Tate's healthy emotional release could result in additional charges if and when E.J. finds out about that notebook, so stay tuned. Do you think Tate is doing the wrong thing by writing down how he really feels about Holly and the drug issue in his journal? Will other criminal charges result from that journal in the future? Or will Holly come clean and cleanse Tate's name at last? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching Peacock soap opera to see what happens next. Jude's christening is stopped by Leo because he has something very important to say. Nicole enters the DiMera living room, which is decorated with blue and white balloons, wearing a short V-neck dress. She discovers an EJ in a suit who is preoccupied with Stefan's legal problems. He will, nonetheless, come together for the christening. Wearing her robe and pajamas, Holly pouts inside. Nicole questions why she hasn't dressed for the baptism yet. Holly lets out a sigh, saying she is too tired for it. Holly claims she'll meet them there, but Nicole talks her into it. Leo meets Melinda in the square while wearing a swirly, bright pink outfit. When she tries to get past him to talk about the christening, he stops her. Melinda is shocked that he believes he is going. He elaborates on his relationship with Jude. If he wants to maintain the life he's been accustomed to, living outside of prison, Melinda tells him to keep quiet. Before Melinda goes to check on Sloan, they trade barbs. Eric is looking forward to the christening, wearing a suit vest over his white shirt and tie. Sloan, temporarily played by Natasha Hall, wears a short wrap dress and says she's not sure how she feels about Nicole throwing the party. She is only able to focus on Nicole's abduction of Jude. Later, she promises to be a better person and apologizes to Eric for being a downer. Brady and Teresa make jokes about him being the godfather. While having breakfast at the pub, Teresa proposes that Brady brings some cannolis to the christening, and Brady performs his best Marlon Brando impression. Telling Tate that she will be visiting after the service, she gives him a call. She tells him to focus on his studies rather than the girl who got him into this situation when he inquires about Holly. Brady receives a pep talk from Roman regarding Tate and his parenting abilities when Roman and Kate visit their table. Later, Roman receives a call informing him that his delivery driver was involved in an automobile accident while en route to the DiMeras with food for the celebration. Brady and Roman are escorted to the christening by Kate, who offers to handle everything. Marlena helps John tie his suit tie at their townhouse. Donning a glittery outfit herself, she recommends that they go to Hawaii. John snarls, saying he can't deny that he killed a helpless young woman. She reminds him that they cannot be positive it was him. It's unacceptable for him to berate himself, it's even harming her. John is not interested in that at all. Because he is a respectable and good man, she is aware of this. He's not sure if he can forgive himself, even when Marlena tells him to. She begs him to set aside his guilt for the day and concentrate on enjoying the happiness of their new existence. For her, John will handle it. Leo meets the priest at the church, who says that everyone there is accountable for Jude's spiritual development today. Leo thinks to himself that he's kind and compassionate, but is he honest? Not in that way. He quickly takes a cautious dip of his finger into the holy water and leaves. Following Melinda's arrival at the flat, Eric reviews her responsibilities before making a call to Sammy. When she's by herself with her accomplice, Sloane frets about how she'll manage. Melinda worries that Leo and Nicole will be together, but she says she will, because she needs to. Leo is there when John and Marlena arrive at the church, which surprises them. Before leaving, he ramblingly elaborates on how spiritual he feels. Teresa informs the Blacks that she would be seeing Tate immediately following the service when Brady, Teresa, and Roman arrive. In response to a question concerning the after-party, she suggests that she avoid EJ and Nicole, who arrive. Eric, Sloane, Jude, and Melinda come, and Leo greets them in a very Leo-like manner that makes Sloane tense. John confides in Marlena that he's struggling at the Lord's house, particularly in light of the infant. She gives him her word that she will support him the entire time. Holly questions Brady and Teresa about Tate as she walks into the gathering. The teenager withdraws to Nicole and EJ's side in response to Teresa's caustic retort. Leo and Nicole both had flashbacks to Nicole giving birth by the side of the road as the priest starts the liturgy. They exchange gloomy glances. Leo cuts you off. I have a statement to make. Something highly significant. Something that is urgent. Hall was clearly thrown right into the deep end, given how heavy Sloane's story is at the moment. Which is surprising to those of us who sort of assumed, when first the character was introduced, that she'd only be sticking around Salem for a few weeks. But thankfully, the show saw what they have in Surfity and began giving her more and more story. Okay, sure, we probably could have done without the storyline which saw Sloane's troublemaking, and generally creepy, brother, Colin, coming to Salem. But along the way, and before finding love, or something like it, with Eric, she got to have a steamy affair with Alex, tried punishing Chanel and Paulina for her late dad's death, and exchanged witty barbs with Leo. For those thinking that Surfity might have missed shooting the big reveal at the christening that Jude is actually Nicole's son, the actress herself had some cold water to throw on that theory when Days of Our Lives shared their weekly preview on Instagram.